I am Cam Rogers. That guy right there is Tom Downey. Both of us sporting the beautiful Mizzen and Maine, by the way. We love these shirts. Very comfortable at that. All right, let's get to the latest NFL training camp injury reports out there. Dion Jordan with Seattle, Tom. What is the deal?
Well, he's dealing with what has been called a stretch issue in his leg. Pete Carroll has said that he doesn't know if he's going to be good to go for week 1 of the regular season. Now, Jordan was supposed to start across from Frank Clark on what is in reality a rather decimated Seahawks defensive line from the start of last year to this year. So if you don't have Dion Jordan, you're probably going to have to start Rasheem Green, or maybe you put in Marcus Smith, former Eagles first-round bust. Look, they lost Michael Bennett. They lost Sheldon Richardson.
Tom, what is this front line anymore?
Look, the Legion of Boom is not the only thing that's dead right now for Seattle, because this is a big step down. Now, look, I like Jaron Reed and Nazir Jones and Rasheem Green. There are some promising young pieces, but it's not the same as what it was for Seattle.
Okay, so Dion Jordan there. That's the latest on him. Let's talk about Joey Bosa now. Chargers defensive end, obviously really critical to that front line for LA.
Perfect timing. Brandon in the comment section just said, go Chargers. Well, here we go with Joey Bosa. So I think Chargers fans are at this point triggered anytime they see the word injury, because it's a freak out. Like, oh my God, who's hurt now? Bosa left Tuesday's practice with a foot injury. The good news for Bosa, per Adam Schefter, he is fine and it is nothing serious. But guess what, Cam? They are not going to risk it. They will play it incredibly safe with Bosa, one of the premier pass rushers. Why risk rushing him back?
Sure.
Doesn't make sense. So they will be very, very cautious. He should be fine, nothing serious there, but he's not going to play in week 1 of the preseason. Probably might not even play in week 2 or 3, because why risk it?
Okay.
Because you need him out there.
Hey, same logic with the next guy we'll talk about. But first, we are sporting Mizzen and Maine. And if you guys want the shirts that we are wearing, and trust me, you do, comfortable.af is the website. We thank them for helping us out with this swag here on the program. All right, let's talk about Antonio Brown here, Tom, because there have been some conflicting reports about just how severe this injury is with him.
Well, per The Athletic, the undisclosed mystery injury is a hip flexor. So that's typically, a 1.5, 2, 3 week injury there. So Brown should be fine after the injury. The Steelers, of course, have no reason to hurry him back, because he doesn't need any reps. He doesn't need time with Big Ben. We know he's in great shape. We know he is the premier receiver in the NFL. He doesn't need training camp reps. And frankly, it actually allows younger guys to get more and help them develop as well. So it's not the be-all, end-all for Antonio Brown. It is something that's worth monitoring, though, because hip flexors can come back, and at times they can come back even worse than what they were. So they'll be cautious with him, but we're not going to see him Thursday night in the preseason opener, and we're probably not going to see him in week 2. Maybe we see him in week 3.
Won't see Big Ben in that week 1 game either. Exactly. All right, NFL Daily presented by Man Crates. Do you know an awesome guy who needs a gift? At Man Crates, gifts are carefully curated like a museum, but actually exciting. We're talking about personalized barware, jerky grams, project kits, ready to delight any guy out there. The website, mancrates.com. Awesome gifts guys love, bringing you today's program. All right. Nick Foles, a little injury news here surrounding the Eagles' backup quarterback.
Sat out 3 straight practices because he had muscle spasms in his neck and his shoulder area. Now, the good news is this is not related to the elbow issue he had last year, and the spasms aren't supposed to be serious, but he's not going to play in week 1 of the preseason, which means it is going to be all Nate Sudfeld and all Joe Callahan, because there will be no Carson Wentz.
Yay.
So, Eagles backup quarterback fest all throughout the preseason. I think they're going to be very cautious, of course, with Wentz, who might not play, and Foles as well, because you really can't let your backup quarterback get hurt when your quarterback is coming back from an injury. So they're going to give him starting reps, which means very little playing time.
Yeah. All right, ultimate backups for the Eagles in that game. All right, they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers in week 1. All right, some more injury news here. Silatolu, what's the deal with him, Tom?
He has a torn meniscus. So we know how the Panthers, they lost Andrew Norwell.
Yeah.
They lost Darrell Williams for at least probably half the year, if not more so. Now they lose Amini Silatolu. He is going to miss at least part of the season. So now, Cam, the starting left guard for now is Brendan Mahone, a undrafted free agent out of Penn State. At left guard.
Rutrow?
Yeah. So now you are down 2 starters, really 2.5 if you want to include Andrew Norwell and Amini, but big losses there. Other guys that are going to compete for that role, Jeremiah Sterlis is battling there. Greg Van Rotten is also competing there. Tyler Lawson can play guard, but I think he's going to play more center than anything else. So a pretty big loss there for Carolina. Now, he's not the best player ever, but you don't want to play an undrafted free agent, Cam. That's not what you want at all.
Yeah. Definitely rough times on that front five for Carolina. All right, folks, special YouTube challenge going on right now. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers, so be sure to subscribe to our channel, youtube.com/chatsportstv. That's how you get it done, Tom.
61K has already been passed, but 100K is the next number there. You got to go for the big number. Figure, Cam, not small one.
No, nothing
small.
Go
big or go home.
No low balling. We're going for the high bars. All right, let's continue along here with the injury updates. And Daniel Sorensen, slated to be a starter this year for the Chiefs, knee injury.
So it is not a torn ACL, but he does need surgery, and he'll miss the first part of the season, if not more than that. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Daniel Sorensen, Cam, but he had looked pretty good in camp. The Chiefs were hoping he could step up. So now Eric Murray is your likely starter at safety next to Eric Berry. Leon McQuay, Armani Watts, Robert Golden will also all compete for a role. But I thought the secondary was already thin for the Chiefs. You don't want to lose another projected starter on top of that. So a notable loss there for the Chiefs. Another knee injury, been quite a few already this preseason, I guess I should say, Cam. But Sorensen down. He could come back later in the year. I would imagine that he would if it's not a true torn ACL. But maybe Eric Murray plays well and he doesn't give that job up.
Sure.
It's at least a possibility.